Spider-Man No Way Home is finally here, one of the most anticipated and biggest films ever made. But how was the film? With Spider-Man's identity now revealed, Peter asks Doctor Strange for help. When a spell goes wrong, dangerous foes from other worlds start to appear, forcing Peter to discover what it truly means to be Spider-Man. I can't lie, I can't hide my excitement or the fanboy in me. I was so excited for Spider-Man No Way Home. I grew up with all the Spider-Man films. They are so nostalgic to me. In a way, they shaped me as a person. I know that sounds really nerdy, but they really did. I can't imagine my love for movies without those Spider-Man films. If you watch my channel, you know I'm a big fan of the MCU. I love Tom Holland as Spider-Man, so I couldn't hide my excitement. I try to be less biased when it comes to things on this channel, when I give a rating or anything like that. But with Spider-Man and a few other things, it's just hard. It's just hard for me not to get excited for films like this. And I had a blast with Spider-Man No Way Home. This is one of my favorite Spider-Man movies to date. This is going to be one of the hardest reviews I'm ever going to make because I really can't talk about anything. I can't even really talk about the plot because the trailers show things, but they don't really show the full picture of what this film's really about. And I can't talk about some certain plot points that happen. I'm thankful that the trailer didn't spoil everything. And I'm surprised. Normally Sony loves to spoil everything. So I guess that's some progress. But I had so much fun with Spider-Man No Way Home. It's a film that feels self-aware. There are a lot of things that happen that I won't talk about, obviously, because of spoilers. But it seems like the writers and the directors and everyone understand what they're making here. Sometimes they poke fun at some things. It feels very self-aware, which makes the film a lot more fun. The plot, I can't really give too much details about because of spoilers, but the best way I can describe it is this. It just feels like the writers had this idea that maybe a kid would think of an idea like this, and this isn't an insult. I think it really works here. And they're like, let's just run with it and do all these really incredible and fun things. And they don't get too crazy. They stay within the limits of making it really just about fan service or making it cheesy or anything like that. I think they toe the line here perfectly, and it really works. I mean, I just had a big smile on my face the whole entire movie. But the surprising part about this film is the movie is a lot of fun, but this is one of the darker and more serious Spider-Man movies to date, which really surprised me. This film absolutely takes some risks. It's not about just having fun. It's not just about the MCU. It's not about fan service. There are fan service moments. You're going to expect that in a Spider-Man movie. But it takes risks. And they make some decisions that really surprised me moving forward with the MCU. And it was pretty dark, emotional. I did not expect this fun Spider-Man movie to go in that route. And like I said, it is one of the darker Spider-Man movies to date. Tom Holland here is incredible. He is one of the best Spider-Mans we've seen so far. He gives a performance here that it's fun Spider-Man stuff. When it gets very serious and emotional, he really nails it. And it's not just him. Everyone else in the film do a great job. This isn't a spoiler because it's in the trailer and it's on the poster. But Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin again was amazing. There was a lot of fantastic scenes with him, and it was just so nice to see him back. The whole plot of this film, and just this whole film in general, I think really nail what Spider-Man's all about, what his personality is all about, why he's this true hero, why it would also suck to be Spider-Man. I think they really realize why Peter Parker is such an interesting character, such an interesting hero. I can't go into too much detail with that because it'd be spoilers, but you can clearly tell these filmmakers, these writers, and everyone involved understand what makes Peter Parker special. I love the music. The action sequences were so fun. This was one of the most memorable movie-going experiences. One of the best movie-going experiences I've had in a long time. I gotta be fair, though, and talk about my issues like I do in my other reviews, because Spider-Man No Way Home isn't a perfect film. I know everyone wants it to be, but it's not, and that's okay. I thought they did a good job with being self-aware and controlling the fan service, like they towed a line so it doesn't get too ridiculous. But there are some times where I think they had like a foot over the line, where it almost felt like someone was about to look at the camera and be like, did you understand that reference? And this feels like a plot you could probably nitpick the shit out of everything. That's a lot of MCU movies, so it's not that big of a complaint. But there are parts where I'm like, wait a second, if this person's doing this, then wouldn't that mean whatever? I feel like a lot of people will complain that this plot is just there to throw in a bunch of fan service, but I disagree. I think this is a plot that works to where there is a lot of fan service, but it makes sense for the plot that they're going for. I think it's an interesting plot, even though you could probably nitpick it, but I think everything they did here really worked. That's why I don't really have many complaints for this film. Yes, I'm a little biased because I love Spider-Man. I grew up with Spider-Man. But sometimes it's going to happen. Sometimes a film will just connect with a certain group of people that will appreciate it a lot more. That's why for me, the issues in this film are not that big of a deal for me. This was one of the most fun experiences I've ever had at the theater. This is a Spider-Man movie I will be rewatching many, many times. Is it my favorite Spider-Man movie ever? No. It's got some issues. I still think Spider-Man 2 is better, and I still think Spider-Verse is better. But this is definitely Tom Holland's best Spider-Man movie to date, and it is one of the best Spider-Man movies ever made. I'm going to give Spider-Man No Way Home 9 Davy Daves. There really is so much I want to talk about. It's killing me. I will have to do a spoiler review, but I'm leaving soon to go home for a week, so I'm not going to bring all my equipment. And if I do a spoiler review, I want to have someone on to talk about it because there really is so much to unpack. I know most of you are probably seeing it tonight, and hopefully you'll understand some of the points I'm saying in this review. But I am so curious to see what people think. I am so excited to talk about this film with people once they've seen it. So once you do see it, let me know what you guys thought. I'm curious to hear. And thank you so much for watching. Click here to see more of Dave Dave's Takes.